Hey everyone, how's it going? Thor here. I'm looking at the final of the trilogy of Super Star Wars games. I think it's the second best of the series. I'm going to say Empire is probably the best, my favorite. This one, I remember it being a little bit more difficult and made some changes. Like, Luke can only use his lightsaber and his force powers, doesn't get the blaster. It's kind of nice having the blaster with Luke during the first game. And in the beginning, you get a good choice of a cast of characters, but as the game goes on, you don't really have much of a choice. Let's take a look at it. So in the back here, it says crush the Empire once and for all, join the rebellion and crush the Death Star, in a giant 16 meg universe filled with the action and adventure of the Star Wars finale. Take command of 5 different characters, from Wicket the Ewok to Princess Leia. Go against the Empire's worst, from Jabba the Hutt to the Emperor himself. This is it. You're going to need every ounce of force you've got in you. It's 19 levels. You have a bunch of movie locations like Tatooine, Endor. They try to change up the gameplay some. Like, there's a speeder bike segment and there's a few flying ones, and they try to make them different, but I don't think any of them were very good. This game begins on a ship. You're traveling to save Han, and that level's not a great level 1 like in Empire. It's such a fun level 1. In the last level, you're escaping from the Death Star, and that's not as good. I think it's a terrible ending level, the last 2. It should end when you beat the Emperor. That should be the end of the game. They don't. Blowing the Death Star up, it's kind of weak. I think they tried doing Star Fox, but it's just not as fun as Star Fox is. The actual levels are pretty decent. I mean, Tatooine's good. There's a couple levels that are kind of maze-like, which are kind of frustrating. The different characters are pretty decent. Han still got his bombs, and his bombs are pretty good. Chewie still got his spin. His spin's great. Leia's got a spin move when she's in the slave outfit. I don't like her as much in the bounty hunter because she doesn't have the range that Luke does, especially the spin attack. Wicket's got a cool feature where you can shoot arrows and kind of jump up trees and things like that, but you're only having for 2 levels, so you're not having very long. You're mostly going to be Luke during this game, which is fine. Luke's pretty good. I just wish you could use the blaster. They don't carry over blaster power-ups either. You always start at just the weak laser, which kind of takes away the incentive to be Han or Chewie instead of Luke. Though the power-ups you get in each level are kind of geared toward the character you play. They definitely help you out there. This is probably the hardest of the 3 games. Some levels are frustrating, like climbing up the barge reminded me of climbing the sandcrawler in the first Star Wars game. The shield generator building on Endor's kind of weird, and you're jumping across these turrets. Like, who designs places like this? This one's got some weird bosses. Like, they, just like the other ones, they kind of exaggerated things, like the little door eyeball thinks out this giant droid you have to fight. They have the ridiculous health bar still. There's a boss in almost every stage in this one. It's a really good end to the trilogy. Not as strong as Empire Strikes Back. I probably like the movie Empire Strikes Back better as well, so it's kind of fitting. Remember to like and subscribe. If you played this trilogy, let me know your favorite game or your favorite moment. And also, if you have any recommendations what I should play next, let me know. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Thor out.